I don't think that it applies to me, but she said it applies to her. And it's the whole video is about, it's like two monkeys and they're painting. They're just painting. So one of them has their canvas and their paint, and they just start painting. The other one starts thinking of the perfect way to do it, because they have to do it right the first time and it has to be a masterpiece. So they start painting. Eventually they mess up. They make a mistake. The line that they draw isn't perfect. So they throw it away and they start over. Meanwhile, the other monkey's still painting. So the second monkey starts over. Starts again. Starts painting. Eventually gets to a spot where it messes up again. Not a perfect line. It's not perfect. Throws it away and starts again. Yeah, it's the other monkey. How can you just paint so easily? The first monkey says that my goal is to climb to the top of the tree. But in order to get to the top of the tree, there's steps you have to take. There's steps that you have to take to get to the top of the tree. You can't just get there the first time. Sometimes you might fall out of the tree. But you gotta take it one step at a time. You start with the first branch. Then you move on to the next one. And the next one. The next one. Eventually, you'll make it to the top of the tree. It might not be perfect, but you made it. The goal was to get to the top of the tree. If you just take it one step at a time, eventually get there. But the point is the process along the way. Trying things over and over again. So you get to your goal. In this particular instance, with the monkeys, the goal was the finished painting. Not necessarily what it looked like at the end, just that you finished. Because you might not necessarily be a master painter on the first one. If you tried enough times, eventually you get to that point. And I've gone through that process. I'm still going through that process of painting something. And if I don't like it, I don't change it. I just leave it how it is. I learn for next time. Like, oh yeah, I did this last time. This is how I did it that time. I didn't like the way it looked. So I'm gonna try something different. And it took me a while to essentially get comfortable with my own painting. And to get to a point where I was happy with my process. Is it the fastest process? No. But that's not the point. I'm not trying to do the fastest process. I'm trying to do a process that I enjoy. Give me a product that I like, that I'm happy with. It doesn't always happen every single time, but the majority of the time I feel like it does. I'm happy with most of the things I paint. For example, something that I'm actually working on at the moment, not necessarily this ATRT, but my Wookiees. There's one of the Wookiees, I'm not exactly happy with how his fur came out, but that's okay. So instead of trying to do a bunch of them, just pick one. Pick one, and just finish it. And then move on to the next one. That way, you're not sitting there trying to worry about a bunch of things. You're just trying to worry about one. Do that process with one of them. Get the process down. Even if you don't like the process you did with that one, you've got the next one to try a different process on, or even the same process, but maybe refine it a little bit. I'm also very process oriented as far as how I like to paint things, but sometimes I have to change my process, do things a little differently. I've had plenty of minis where I've tried to do the same process and it doesn't always work. So then I have to refine my process. Make it a little different, make it a little better. No, I get that.